Today we are experiencing a winter storm here in Texas. Now, don't think blizzard. We don't get that intense in Texas, but we have snow, and then right now I'm looking out the window, we have sleet coming down. So this is definitely intense for Texas. It's exciting. The kids and I were outside playing in the snow this morning. We had enough snow to build a snowman, which is a really big deal. So it's a lot of fun, but also when this sort of thing happens in Texas, everyone just gets sort of stuck. Schools are out. People who didn't have to go to work didn't go in. The roads are bad because we don't have the equipment to deal with all of this. So yeah, winter storms are just different in Texas. Now back in September, I believe it was September, I shared the beginning of a stockpile that I was putting together just to be better prepared for when we had power outages, because we've gone through a few in the past. Since it's snowing and sleeting and all of that here today, I thought it would be the perfect time to just give you a little update, show you my little stockpile and the additional things I've gathered since my last video. Just all things that hopefully would be really helpful to us if we experienced another power outage. I'm definitely aware that the things that I do have stocked up would go very quickly with our family of 7. I definitely know that I would need a lot more if I was preparing for a more extended time period, a more extended emergency situation. So yeah, I'm aware of that, but I feel like anything's better than nothing, and I want to at least have some things prepared for a small type emergency. So anyway, I'm just going to walk you through everything that we have in our stockpile. I have things in several different locations in the house, so I'm just going to take you around and show you everything that I have stored up. Okay, this is our old garage freezer, and this is what I have in here that we could easily cook if we did not have power. I have this is like smoked sausages. I bought a large package and just took it apart with what we would eat for a meal. So I have several packages of those. I have some burgers. We could easily throw those on the grill. So I have one package of those. And then I have multiple packages back here of hot dogs, as you can see. So those are just all nice, easy things to have on hand that you could throw on the grill if you didn't have power. My kids actually even like the sausages, like obviously thawed, but they don't even care if they're hot. Like, they like how they taste. So anyway, yeah, just some easy stuff that I like to have stocked up in the freezer. And then up high here on this shelf in the garage, these are the dog leashes and stuff, but up here I have these extra diapers and some extra toilet paper. And I actually these are like the store brand diapers that I don't even really love, and this is like the cheapest toilet paper, but that actually just like helps me not touch these things because they're not really the kinds we normally use, but they're there in case of emergency. We're in a pinch, we can't get to the store, we have extra diapers and toilet paper there. Here is where I keep a little bit of extra water. Down in here, I used to put it in milk jugs, but a lot of you guys told me that they will leak pretty quickly. So I have, these are just applesauce jars. I have a couple of those, but the rest of these are just juice containers that we'd finished with. So obviously not a ton of water in there. It's just nice to know that I have a little bit on hand just in case of emergency. Sorry about that noise in the background. By the way, I have my dishwasher running and my kids are listening to a Narnia thing. So that's what it is. But anyway, there's my little tiny water stash. I also have just a few paper plates and paper bowls that I've stored away, so I'm not normally using them. So if we don't have electricity, I don't have to do dishes, and that's a really convenient thing. Here's a look at where we keep all of our extra little stockpile of food. This is right next to the linens. It's kind of like a catch-all closet. We have linens and toys, and then our little stockpile of extra food in here. So this is not my normal pantry. This is where all the extra stuff is, and some of you have already seen this in a previous video. And it's pretty much the same. A few things are different. We have this white rice. I don't usually use this kind of rice, but it's the instant rice. So, you know, if we didn't have boiling water or whatever, you could just soak it and it would still be ready in about 5 minutes. So that is why I purchased that rice, just to have, and it will keep for a while. Then I have 4 boxes of saltines. I have 1 container back here of oats. I need to get some more of those. I've pulled the rest out of our stockpile just to use. Then applesauce here. Now, before I had some of the larger containers of applesauce in my stockpile, and you guys mentioned to me that it's nice to have the little cups, because if you don't have electricity or water, it's nice to have those individual servings. You don't have to try to refrigerate something.
when you don't have a refrigerator. I also have this crushed pineapple. I'm probably going to use that up pretty soon. Some of you guys told me that it doesn't keep as long, maybe because of like the acidity of the pineapple or whatever. Then I have a row of pinto beans, a row of black beans. We use those all the time. And then we have some peaches here and some pears in the back. Then my canned meats that I feel like would be convenient to have that we would actually use. We have tuna. We use that on a fairly consistent basis, like for lunch, for tuna sandwiches. And then I thought I would try out some of the canned tuna. I'm sorry, the canned chicken. Haven't actually used it yet. I hope it's good. I figured I could at least use it in soup, and that would probably be good. Then plenty of peanut butter because, you know, like peanut butter crackers or whatever would be super handy thing to have if you weren't able to cook. Have some more crackers, Ritz crackers, and then some cereal. Even if we're just eating it dry, the kids like to snack on it. Have some trail mix because that's a good source of protein right there and an easy thing to snack on. Pop-Tarts. The kids, when we had one of our power outages, the kids loved eating Pop-Tarts. It's like a favorite memory, so that's why I got those. And then I just have some granola bars down here. And that is it for this little stockpile. Again, not a ton of stuff. Oh, I have a child crying, so I'm going to stop this real quick. Okay, all is well now. I was also going to mention propane. Pablo went out and got another container of propane just so we would have more on hand if we were doing any cooking outside. Okay, and then this is a little bin. I keep this up high above the fridge, and this is just where we keep our extra lighters. We go through these somewhat quickly, I feel like, or lose them. So I like to have extras in there that are kind of hidden away. I have a few extra batteries here. Pablo has another place where he keeps some batteries, but it's just nice to have a few that like no one gets into. So we have them when we need them. So these bigger ones go in the flashlights. I think those are C batteries. So both of those flashlights take C batteries. And then I have this other cool little light. It's like a motion sensor one. You can just set it in a room, set it in the bathroom or whatever if you don't have power. Works really well. And that one takes, I think, AA or AAA. So I have both of those in there. So I just like having this stocked and ready for if we lose power, it's right there. The kids aren't getting into it on a daily basis. And finally, you guys might laugh about this, but I have this little baggie with a few like extra medical supplies. This is not my normal stash. These are just a few extra things. I know in the past, like during COVID, for instance, we couldn't get children's Tylenol. I think even ibuprofen and some of those things were out at the store. So I just wanted to have some extras. So yeah, I have hand sanitizer there. I have Neosporin. I have extra big Band-Aids. Obviously, there's more stuff I could have in there, and I want to get more stuff. But I keep it up here high in our kind of catch-all closet here. And then I also have some extra soap. And that's just all stuff that I have stored away so that we're not using it on a daily basis, and I have it in case I need it.
So that's everything that I have stocked up for now. There are several things. I kind of have a list running of things I'd like to get in the future. Obviously, this is just a very small stockpile for now. I would like to get like a radio that has like a little solar thingy on it where you can charge stuff to. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but I have seen those online, and I think that would be a cool thing to save up for. Also, like some solar lights that, lights that charge with the sun. That's what solar lights are. And I can't even remember off the top of my head, but there are a few other things that I think would be nice to have. But anything's better than nothing, and so I feel good about having just a little stash of things to help us if we experience a situation where we can't get to the store right away. If you are wanting to learn more about like stocking up and being more prepared and having a stockpile and prepping and all of that, I will link my last video, and if you go to that video and look in the comments, there were over 100 comments from many of you who have done this way more than me, and there were so many helpful suggestions. So like that would be a fantastic place to start if you want more information and like a bunch of ideas of things to buy and stock up on to be more prepared for really any sort of emergency situation. Let me know in the comments, do you live in a place where you feel like you have to be prepared for winter storms or things like that? Also, if there are some more things that you think I should add to my emergency stash, let me know in the comments. I always enjoy learning from you guys. Okay, thanks so much for being here. That's it for today. I will see you in my next video. Bye.